Right, welcome to the video, guys. I want to talk about this small pedal right here, the Pedalbot PBM-3. This is a MIDI controller, 3 foot switches, and I mainly use this to control the patch changes of the Boss GT-1. So I uploaded an old video where I featured the GT-1 and the external foot switch, the Boss FS7, and in that video I demonstrated that I used these 5 foot switches, 2 on the external pedal and 3 in the built-in GT1. I use it to toggle on and off different effects. I was only using one patch because I've used up all the foot switches. So just to give you a demonstration, this is a new patch. So this is my lead sound. Control 1, I have it to engage the solo boost. Just makes my guitar louder. Foot switch up, the up foot switch will engage the chorus. The down foot switch will turn on the delay. The long delay. And for the foot switch B here, this is a parametric EQ. So it just gives me a mid boost. And the foot switch A here, if I turn on the chorus, if I press the foot switch A, it will change the chorus into a flanger. So those are the 5 effects that I have assigned in this one patch. Now I don't have a way to change the patch using the GT1, but because I have this now, the Pedalbot PBM-3, I can do exactly that. I can assign these 3 foot switches to change patch. So if I want a clean sound, I just press this foot switch number 1 and it changes here in the GT1 as well to patch number 1, which is my clean sound. So with this patch, I have another set of 5 foot switches to toggle on all different kinds of effects. So this is a real game changer. If you have a Boss GT1, it just maximizes the functionality of the Boss GT1 because by default, if you these 2 foot switches will act as a down and an up foot switch to change patches, but if you decide to use it that way, you're kind of limited to scrolling up and down. So for example, if you have if you're in patch number 1 and you have an effect that you want to use in patch number 10, you'd have to press this foot switch several times to get to that patch or get to that effect. But with this controller, you can assign any of these foot switches to change the patches to that specific patch. So from 1, you can go all the way to 10. So let me just give you a demonstration on the different kinds of patches that I've assigned to these 3 foot switches. This is a clean sound. This is my low gain overdrive. The foot switch 2 will change to low gain overdrive. So that is foot switch number 2. Let's check foot switch number 3, which is my main lead sound. So it's very useful to have a MIDI controller like this to maximize the Boss GT1. That way you can change patches and use these foot switches to toggle on different kinds of effects. Now you might think that I'm only limited to 3 patches to switch to, but the Pedalbot has 16 banks. So if you press these 2 foot switches together, you can bank up, and these 2 bank down. So by going to a different bank, you can have another set of 3 foot switches to assign to different patch numbers. But staying on the same bank, I'm currently in bank number 2. Each foot switch actually has 2 functions. So it's similar to like a toggle on and toggle off. If you press it once, it will light up to red. If you press it again, it will light up to blue, which is kind of on and off. So the red switch, you can assign a patch. The blue switch, you can assign a different patch. So technically, in each foot switch, you have 2 assignable patches that you, if you want, 2 assignable patches to switch to. So in one bank, you have access to 6 patches, and that is a lot, especially for a guy like me who doesn't use a ton of effects, but that's a lot. So let me just quickly demonstrate that. So this is my clean sound again. So from there I can go to a lead sound, or go back to the clean and press it again to get an acoustic sound. Press this foot switch number 2 to go get my low gain overdrive. If I press it again for the blue switch, I get a distortion, but with a Terra echo, which is that crazy delay sound that is very suitable for volume swells. Press this foot switch number 3 to get my lead sound. Press it again, I get a different variation of a distortion. So a lot of functionality. By having this Pedalbot MIDI controller, it takes care of my patch changes in the Boss GT-1, freeing up all these 5 foot switches here to toggle on different effects. That way I can use this for a delay, chorus, a boost. And if I want to change to a different sound, like a clean sound, I'll just use the Pedalbot to do the patch changes. So that's how I use the Pedalbot PBM-3 in conjunction with the Boss GT-1.